Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing good today. Alright, I have yet another story to tell. I was thinking about it and I had actually remembered something. It was a really cool thing that I did when I was a kid. I think I was probably in middle school at the time, so I was probably like 12. Yeah, I think I was like 12 years old when I did this. I was like either 12 or 13. Are you guys familiar with an anime and gaming convention? Some of you may be, some of you may not. For those of you who aren't, it's basically as the name implies. It's a convention that's there to celebrate everything anime and everything related to video game, or well, specifically gaming. In some conventions, it varies. Some are specifically on anime, some are specifically on video games. It can vary, you get it. Well, funny thing is that my dad actually ran his own anime and game convention. However, after he passed away, my mom basically is the one who took charge of it, and that's what she's doing right now. It's called T-Mode. I can probably go into that at another time. But I remember when I was a kid, I thought that those conventions were really, really cool. Because I had been to a lot of them because I was always with my parents, like I said, when they were doing T-Mode related stuff. And I decided that I wanted to make my own. And that is what I did. I'm just gonna say 12. At 12 years old, I basically created now it wasn't anime, but it was gaming. I basically created my own miniature gaming convention and I called it GameCore. I thought that was so cool. Okay. Let me tell you what I thought it was gonna turn out to how it actually did. Now it doesn't make me any less proud, but in my mind, I'm thinking that I tell the kids at school about it. Now keep in mind, this was just in my house, more on my front yard, in my garage. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna have these tables with game systems and TVs to people to play the games, and then I'm thinking I'll have a really long line. I was thinking I was gonna have the little, those little movie ropes. I think it's called velvet ropes. I was thinking I was gonna have a velvet rope letting people in and whatnot, and have all this food. Okay. First off. A small handful of people came. Now, it was still a good turnout, but I have no velvet ropes. I did have tables with game systems and TVs to people to play the games, and I did have food, but it was more similar to like a barbecue when you just kind of have everything in maybe a cooler, or just like a make it yourself station kind of thing. I had hot dogs and those, I don't know, some of you may know these there are these drinks called Huggies. They're these little, I want to say children's drinks, where it's you puncture these little how do you say that word? Cylindrical cylinder. You got what I'm trying to say. You just puncture a hole and then you drink it. I had one of those, and I don't know, just other stuff. But here's the funny part, because I was trying to model it after T-Mode or and other game conventions that I've seen. So I was trying to have video game tournaments. What were some of the games? I'm actually trying to remember some of the games that I had way back then. I think I had the very first Naruto Ninja Storm game. It was the very first one. I think there was that. Oh shoot, I think I may have also had Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. I had shoot, I just had all these competitive games. I think I had Soul Calibur. I had a really old, I think, a PlayStation 1 game called Bloody Roar. And I don't know, I just had those little fighting games and whatnot. But yeah, I had little competitions. Some of my friends came, some other people came. I even had a sign. Like I made like it. I just took I took like just a foam board. I took 2 foam boards and basically printed out on printer paper just like all of the letters GameCore, GameCore, and I just like I don't know, like I pasted them or like taped them. I think I like taped them up, and then I put it like on top of my garage. The problem was that the wind kept blowing it, so sometimes you just see game or just core. So I had to keep like putting them up, and I'm thinking it's going good. And don't worry, no, don't get me wrong. I think it did, but I think to because I will say this, and this will probably go into other stories later. In the first little story that I told you guys, and I was telling you how I grew up in the hood. I can get into all the details later, but I originally grew up in an apartment, and then I moved to a house. I had the convention when I moved to that house, and that neighborhood was very, there is a word for this. It's like, I basically went from the hood to the suburbs. That's actually another story in itself, but for the sake of this vlog, it's like the people in the neighborhood, they were very, there's a word, like it's not technically a negative word, but it's like, I don't know, a piece of me wants to say methodical. It's like everything had an order, everything had a routine. And my family broke that routine. Like, I don't know, like I said, I'll more than likely go into the details in another vlog, but using me as an example, that was a perfect example. Like, I think what I did, something like that, it like never really happened like on their block before. So I remember when like the other kids saw what was going on, I think they thought I was having a yard sale. Like, some of them showed up, and some of them didn't. But overall, I think it was a fun turnout. I remember I had an eating contest, which I think my sister won. Like, I think it was like a hot dog eating contest. We had like, you know, the little game competitions. I don't remember if I had like I think I had prizes of sorts. And I don't know. That was I just thought that was just like really cool that I you know, like somebody like, you know, like that 12-year-old kid was able to like bring about like some type of event like that, you know, like whether or not, you know, it didn't show up exactly how it was in my head, I still, you know, did that, you know. And actually I feel like you could probably take something from that, like, you know, like I don't know, like I don't know, sometimes I ask myself, like, is this a good time to like bring in some type of lesson or moral of the story, like because sometimes I feel like there's a good point to it, and other times it may just be like funny. But I don't know, I guess if there was anything that you could take away from that, I'd probably say is to not limit yourself, okay? Because like I said, I was only 12 years old, but I was able to make this thing happen right there in my garage and front yard, you know? So like I guess you could say I didn't let the limitation of me being a kid stop me from doing what it is that I wanted to do. So if you feel like that, you've probably been placing like limits on yourself, saying like, oh, I can't do that, I don't know, because, you know, I'm not old enough, or, you know, I don't know enough, or I can't, I won't, and blah 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 blah. You know, don't let that stop you. You know, the only person who can stop you is you. Okay? Yeah, I'm being serious. Like, I'm actually being serious. Okay, so if there's anything you want to do, and there's anything that means something to you, that you know, you just want to, you know, make come true, then do it. You know? It don't matter what the neighborhood kids are gonna think. When they look at what you're doing, it don't matter what the heck everybody else, and they like giving you like side eyes or talking to each other like what is he doing? Like why is she doing that? Like nah. You do what you want to do. All right? Yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when my videos are going up. And show your support by donating to me and by donating to me. I speak too fast sometimes. Show your support by donating with the links in the description. Alright, so thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.